We're back.
Okay, so...
I always find it funny to watch Meta Knight dance because he looks so dark and edgy when he does it.
So the
Hold on, you're gonna want to wait till after this cutscene because we're about to see some shit.
Okay.
It's time for the usual Kirby nightmare time.
Yeah, the intergalactic evil empire is just making angry love to Kirby's homeworld.
Are you ready for this fucking bioterror?
It looks like, from a certain angle, it looks like a living sword.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it looks like the Soul Calibur.
Soul Edge, yeah.
Yeah.
We have to go and assault the Sword Edge.
Look at
Soul Edge.
You could show me that clip out of context and I would have said that's like Final Fantasy bullshit.
Yeah, or that sword from Mario RPG for the SNES.
Nah, that didn't look as biological or horrifying.
Fair enough. Okay, anyway, on to the promised story.
Right.
So, the University of Southern... starts with an O.
Oregon?
Thank you. They sent out an email to all students.
Fortress of Shadow.
Warning them that cougars had been spotted on campus, and giving the number for animal control and saying that in a worst-case scenario, just call the police.
Yeah.
To which someone responded, not realizing that he was responding to all students, "Don't worry, that's just my mom." And the school didn't stop it. And everyone got that email.
That's really fucking funny. If I was the one in charge of that, I'd be like, no, you made that mistake. You're gonna have to live that down.
So what wound up happening was, like, the first response, everyone was like, oh man, that's hilarious. And then the second response was, oh man, this guy is so fucking brave, I never would have done this. And then he responded, oh shit, I accidentally did this. He went from being a walking joke to a figure of courage and admiration back to a walking joke.
He should have just... Hold on, wait.
He should have just went with it.
Yep. Let me abandon my power, I want the beam power. Jesus fucking Christ. Fucking Waddle Doo kicking my waddle ass.
Ah, so you're the mythical Waddle Don't.
Yeah. Beam power! Oh yeah, I forgot I could charge into a laser.
Nice.
They fucking... What's the word I'm looking for? They added to the move list for Kirby dramatically in this game. Where did you go?
I'm here.
I guess!
But I went up. I tried to hit a switch. I don't know if I got it. I think I did.
Looks like it. Oh, so you want to know what's happening in Japan while I'm going to be there? There's
declining birth rates?
Well, yes.
Sorry, I didn't mean that as a joke at your expense. I meant that as a joke about Japan, but...
Yeah,
Oh, wow, that actually does work both ways, though.
Yeah, no, I caught that on, like, after I was like, that's fine, and then I'm like, wait, no, it's not. No. What I meant is, what's happening in Japan is at, their, like, Universal Studios, they have a Monster Hunter tie-in theme park.
Nice.
Which obviously, yeah, fuck right I am.
Are you gonna hunt a monster?
I don't know if they let you do that, because they're giant animatronics, and I think they're expensive.
Just go in there with a huge sword.
Yeah.
Just smack the animatronics.
Sir, please stop. If you don't, we'll be forced to ask you to please stop again.
I mean, they don't have guns, right?
No, just harsh words that I can't understand.
Yeah, and the social stigma is enough of a weapon.
The other thing I wanted to do was I wanted to go to that Japanese suicide forest and see if I could find the corpse of Logan Paul's career.
Oh man, that's how we get views for the channel. Jay, we have to do a Let's Play in the suicide forest.
Yeah, that'll do. We're here fucking play survival horror games in the haunted forest.
Do it, do it. Get, like, your, wasn't there a Resident Evil game for the 3DS?
Yeah.
Play it in the suicide forest.
Nah.
Or Camera Obscura.
Fuck.
Play the ghost photography game.
I'm only 99% sure that ghosts don't exist. But as long as there's that 1% chance they do, I'm not gonna antagonize them.
By playing a game about them in their house?
Yeah. You gotta fight the raccoon buddies.
But I was killing the baby raccoons as they spawned.
There's one. The fact that that tiny thing roars is really kind of silly. Ice cream! I need
Killing
it.
the Tom Nooks.
Holy shit.
This game is the epitome of tucking your homies in at night. Is your homie hurt? Just kiss him a little bit.
Yeah.
Just kiss him a little.
I don't know what the fuck that thing is, but I'm glad it's dead.
I was kind of hoping that I could use my giant hammer to hit it at them.
Nah.
Yeah! I did it. Me. DDD. I'm the best.
Now they love us. Oh, they're adorable now that they're on our side.
They look delicious. Oh, I don't have a suck ability.
I like my tiny hat. I like how it bobs.
Good. Let us through the gate.
It looks like a big lollipop that's conducting wind.
Yeah, kinda.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
And actually, the fact that I get elements exclusively on my hammer kinda reminds me of the Soul Reaver series.
What's the Soul Reaver series?
It's a series about, so there's this dude named Kane. And, he's a vampire.
Yep.
And...
Oh, is this the dude that's got, like, the 3 fingers and the weird headscarf?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's Raziel, who's one of his vampire children, who later comes to realize that Kane is fucking evil as shit and rebels against him.
Fair enough.
And he has this mythical sword called the Soul Reaver, which he can use to just kick the shit out of anything.
Holy shit, you could block? Huh.
The more you know. Anyway, in the later games, you can start attaching elemental powers to it.
Look at this background. I just want to acknowledge the fact that in lesser games, this would be the final approach right here.
Yeah.
This is spooky.
But the credits already rolled. This is all the post-game.
Yeah, folks, we paid for the first DLC patch.
Yeah, this was all day one DLC. Oh, I love this music.
Yeah,
The horror jazz.
Yeah, I was gonna say this like jazzy fucking Assault the Castle theme. Unsurprisingly, he's weak to electricity.
He's an electric enemy.
What though? That big blob? No, that was water.
Oh,
Huh. Oh, that's fine.
weird.
I can still reach.
That's why when something doesn't work in a video game, always try it twice.
Yeah.
It might be a glitch.
Well, no, because the first one I did was the charge, but that gets blocked, but the actual whip does not. Watch me whip. Watch me nay-nay. I can do the pop music. Am I popular now, children? Give me the views. The kids still say that? Popular? I genuinely don't know things. I actually had that moment, like, recently at Black Knight. You remember fucking TJ?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, so they replaced him with a better kid, Evan. And I'm just like, Evan, I need your help. And he's like, what? And I'm like, do kids still say tubular? And he's like, no. I'm like, damn
No
it!
one said tubular since Go-Gurts got canceled.
Damn it! Why did Go-Gurts get canceled?
Because people stopped liking their food in tubes.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why, though. It was awesome.
There was a... Holy shit, your avatar-ang. Do that again.
What, this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're doing that trick he liked and nobody else liked.
Oh, where he spins the marbles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I fucking love that he
There's
went
the
to...
picture of him as an adult doing it.
Yeah, and like he still has the stupid look on his face.
Never change, Aang. Never grow up.
Well, he didn't have a chance. He died.
He died at like 40. That means that he had the opportunity to grow up and actively refused. Which is exactly what I want from an air nomad.
Oh god, actually, so I got
Just like Monkey Atso, how he constantly threw pies at people, despite being like 80.
So I got the what's it called? Avatar Legend of Korra comic. And one of the major plots right now is that her and Kasami have to come out. And she's like expecting her parents to like have a big deal out of it. And her parents are like, nah, that's cool. And she's like, oh. And they start talking about it. And the end consensus is trying to figure out like who would have a problem with it, and starts explaining who has a problem with, like, homosexuality in the Avatar world and why.
Yeah.
And it's like, Water Nation, don't ask, don't tell. Air Nation, completely open, but now dead.
Yeah, the Air Nation would not give a fuck at all.
Yeah. But lamentably, you know...
Ha!
Thank you. But yeah, lamentably the Air Nation don't exist no more, so that's a non-issue.
Is it the Earth Nation that would care?
Actually, Earth and Fire. Earth Nation is hardcore conservative, and Fire Lord Ozai straight up hated gays.
Really?
Yeah, apparently. So, like...
But don't they not care what Ozai had to say anymore?
Yeah, but the stigma still kind of remains, and so, so... It's the case of, like, in real life, where it was in the... People were in the closet for so long, that now that it's okay, there's still reluctance to come out. Just because most people who are alive were still alive during a point where coming out would have gotten you put in jail.
Just like how Kevin Spacey didn't come out until he absolutely had to.
Yeah. Alright, that worked too.
I still find that hilarious.
Yeah.
I hear you raped a kid, I'm gay.
I guess.
Oh no, I was just trying to get the power!
Why? Yeah, if you can't get the power, you're DDD.
But DDD got wind power, so why can't I have electricity?
Effectively, because you needed to have lifted your hammer and someone else has to give it to you. You can't take it for yourself.
Lame.
Well, now you're a spark plug, so what do I care what you think?
Fuck. Spark plugs don't get opinions.
Yeah. If your anime, if your display picture is a spark plug, you don't have an opinion.
I love that so much as a thing. So, I have a theory about the left can't meme thing.
Yeah?
I think it's twofold. The first is that most of the places where the memes come from are right-wing, which leads to more right-wing memes on average.
That makes sense so
and
far.
The second being that right-wingers and libertarians simply don't give a shit about what they meme about, which means that there are more topics for them to meme about, which means they have greater meme potential.
So Justin had a very similar thesis where his end point was effectively that because the left actually cares about offending people, it's much harder to meme.
Yeah, there's a lot of subjects that you can't use if you're afraid of offending people.
As well, when lefters try to make a meme, Justin noted that a lot of the times they're trying to prove a point, which does not condone good memeing.
Whereas when non-left wingers try to make a meme, it's a meme for meme's sake.
Damn it.
Shit, back up.
Actually, it lets us straight up try again, which is nice.
Neato.
So now we know. We gotta fucking...
Fuck, I hate memes that are designed specifically to try and make a point.
Yeah.
Like, if you're not doing comedy for the sake of being funny, it's just not funny.
Yeah.
Keep it. Stay
Yeah, I
here.
know. Oh, shit.
Oh, we went too fast.
Yeah, well, whatever, we'll try again. But yeah, like, that's the thing, it's like, and like, me and Colin were talking about this too, where it's like, there's this huge trend recently too, where a lot of comedians are getting in trouble because someone goes to their show and gets offended. And we're like, is it the comedian's fault or the person in the audience? And our end consensus was we think it might be the audience's fault for not doing his research, you know,
On who this comedian is and what he makes jokes about?
Yeah. Because, like, you know, someone was like, went up. We had, like, examples.
Oh, shit.
We had examples for both, and one of them was like, someone went to an Amy Schumer comedy show and got offended that, like, she made a Trump joke. To which our response was, well, of course she would. Although the part that confused me was, how did anyone go to an Amy Schumer comedy show and expect jokes?
All she does...
All she does is steal jokes from better comedians and talk about having a vagina.
Yeah, and how it smells like barnyard animals.
Yeah. Isn't that funny, folks? A biological hole smells bad. I mean, like...
Well, I mean, fart jokes.
Yeah.
But even then, that's sort of like the lowest form of comedy, unless you have a new and interesting take on fart jokes.
Which I don't think there has been since the 50s. Since the aughts, we haven't had a good fart joke.
Anyways, we will see you next time.
Well, we'll do the ending thing.
Okay.
Might as well.
But
Why
yeah,
start an episode at the end?
Fart jokes at this point... Oh, damn it, I missed it terribly. Fart jokes at this point have been done to death.
Yep.
Every type of fart joke I can conceive of, at least, has already been done.
Oh, man. Do you remember dead baby jokes?
Yes! Oh my god.
Alright, we'll see you next time, folks.
Bye, everybody.